Everyone told you life is processing you, that the pain has a purpose, that something beautiful is coming, that you just have to hold on. They lied. Life is not processing you. Life does not care about you. You are just waiting and calling it faith. You have been told your whole life that struggle means something, that the darkness comes before the dawn, that your lowest moment is preparing you for your greatest moment. So you sat in the darkness and waited and waited, and nothing came. Because waiting was never the answer. Here is what psychology actually says about pain and growth. Psychologists call it post-traumatic growth, the idea that people can grow through adversity. But here is what the motivational speakers never tell you. Post-traumatic growth only happens through action taken after the pain. Not through sitting in the pain, not through processing the pain, not through believing the pain has a purpose. Through action. The pain does not build you. What you do after the pain builds you. And you have been doing nothing. Think about how many times you have heard this. Everything happens for a reason. God has a plan. Life is preparing you for something bigger. Now think honestly, how many years have you been waiting for that something bigger? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, same job, same excuses, same life. The reason never came. The plan never revealed itself. The something bigger never showed up. Because it was never coming. Nobody is sending you a plan. Nobody is preparing you for greatness. The universe is indifferent. It does not know your name. It does not care about your struggle. It does not owe you a reward for your suffering. You were waiting for something that was never sent. Marcus Aurelius lost 4 of his children. He governed an empire during a plague that killed 5 million people. He watched everything he loved get destroyed. He did not say, life is processing me. He did not say something bigger is coming. He wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He did not wait for the darkness to pass. He worked inside the darkness. Epictetus was born a slave. He had no rights, no freedom, no future that anyone could see. He did not say, I am being processed for something greater. He built one of the most complete philosophies of mental strength ever written. Not by waiting, by working. The Stoics never once said life is preparing you. They said, you prepare yourself. Nobody else. Nothing else. Just you. Just action. Just discipline. Here is what waiting actually does to your brain. Neuroscience calls it learned helplessness. Martin Seligman discovered it in 1967. When a person experiences pain they cannot control, their brain learns one thing. Nothing I do matters. So they stop trying. They call it processing. They call it healing. They call it faith. But their brain has simply learned action is pointless. And every motivational speech that tells you to hold on, to keep hope alive, to believe something is coming, is feeding that helplessness. Because it keeps you passive. It keeps you waiting. It keeps you dependent on something outside yourself. And passive people do not build anything. Waiting people do not change anything. Dependent people do not become anything. So what is the answer? Not hope, not faith, not belief in something coming. Action, specific, immediate, uncomfortable action. Not tomorrow, not when the processing is done, not when you feel ready. Now, your brain does not need to believe something is coming. Your brain needs evidence that you can move, and the only way to give your brain that evidence is to move. One step, one decision, one action today that your waiting self would never take. That is how post-traumatic growth actually happens. Not by sitting in the darkness waiting for dawn, by building your own light, inside the darkness, before you feel ready, before you believe it will work, before anyone tells you something bigger is coming. Tonight, one thing. Identify the exact thing you have been waiting on. Not a category, not a theme. The exact thing. The call you have not made, the decision you have not taken, the action you have been calling faith. Write it down. And tomorrow morning, before anything else, do that one thing. Not because life is preparing you, not because something bigger is coming, because you are the only thing that was ever coming, and you have been making yourself wait. Life knocked you down. You called it processing. Life ignored you. You called it a plan. Life gave you nothing. You called it faith. Life was never processing you. Life was never coming for you. You were always the answer. You were just too busy waiting to see it. No comfort, no sympathy,